This video is a little play along for the Grade 1 Piano Scales and Arpeggios from the new Syllabus 2021. So I think it's great to have the book because then we have a really clear visual on what scales are required. And for some of us, it's easier to see the notes on the page than to look at a little list that's just written, which you'll find in the back of the pieces book. So I prefer to just see them on the page like this, check the list as we go down, have a look and say, okay, I'm going to play C major, and then I would just be looking at my hands when I play. So for some of us, that's easier. So I think it's great to have that book. And what I would do is for each scale in the book, just draw a little box, and then that little checkbox can be ticked off once that scale has been successfully played. So mark up your book so that you get a visual on what scales are required. Otherwise it can be a little bit overwhelming for some young students if they're brand new. So you could put your checkbox next to C major, and then where it is hand separately, I would put a little box next to the right hand, left hand, and of F major, right hand, left hand. And then you can kind of decorate these pages and whatever is best for you to just really motivate you there. On this page, there's a lot going on and they're really squashed together. So let's see what we can do to make this feel a little easier to look at. Hands separately, A minor natural or A minor harmonic or A minor melodic. Well, I think it's great to play all of them and to talk about what they are and why they are as they are. So that's something we will have done in our lessons together and hopefully with your teacher as well. Then for the purpose of playing and performing for the exam, you choose, hence this word or, isn't it? So you're going to have a specific choice that you will present. Now we tend to play the harmonic minor. That tends to be the one traditionally and most frequently used. So maybe you'd like to draw a box around that one so it really stands out to you. And maybe you would like to put a squiggle through here, like that, and this one, so that you just, okay, that's what I'm presenting. Not too much, there's just one thing on the page here. It would be lovely if they were a little bit typeset further apart so we could feel that's easier to look at for young students or older students. So maybe put a box around that, scribble those out, that might be easier, and you'll have your checkbox next to that one if that's your choice. It tends to be the choice. Same for the D minors here. Choose your one and put that in a box over the page. Contrary motion, oh, that's my favorite. And arpeggios, there we go. And I would put a box next to right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Now, for my students, we will be preparing much more than the requirements in this book because yeah, I like us to be really thorough and have an experience of playing a lot more than just the requirements here. But for the purpose of this little playthrough, this is when you approach the exam and you're just refining the requirements, just playing what you need to present, okay? So I will play just what's in the book, and when we have a choice, I'm actually going to play all of them because for some of you, you might be playing the natural. So just have a little chill out, have a little rest while I'm playing the other forms, or if you know them all and you're happy, just play through them with me as we go. I'll say ready and before each scale. You don't have to do that, of course. That's just to help you play in time. Okay, literally just a little play along. So let's check this metronome mark. We've got crotchet equals 60. So I like to have a digital metronome. You can find that as an app or literally a little digital metronome. So what was it, 60? So I'm choosing my numbers here, press and hold will bump me down in big numbers. Your app will probably do the same. We've got 60 and the scale was written in quavers, okay? So we can take a subdivision, and this is why I really love the digital metronome. So there we are, we're just making choices between our note values. I'm choosing quavers, and then we will hear a little tick and a tock at the point at which each note needs to be pressed. Choose the correct volume for you so that you don't get a migraine, and be ready to listen to this for a long time so that we really practice playing in time. All right, so let's pop that to one side. My stand is just flat at the moment just for the ease of this video, but you'll have your stand ready and pop your music ready to have a little look at. All right, let's go. So C major, listening to our speed. This is the minimum speed required, so let's just make sure we can play all of our scales to this speed. For the exam, it is hands together in similar motion. Ready, and. Okay, so now we have hands separately. I always like to play left hand first. G major, left hand. Ready, and. Now right hand, ready, and. Now F major, left hand first, ready, and. Now right hand, F major, ready, and. What have we got over the page? Ooh, all of our minors. Let's start with A minor natural, and hopefully, well, with me, we will have spoken about why this is the natural, hopefully with your teacher as well. So here we are, we're going to play through all of them, left hand, then right hand, and you can just relax if there's a scale for the scale which isn't yours. Okay, ready? A minor natural, hands separately, so left hand, ready, and. Right hand, ready, and. Now A minor harmonic, ready, and. Right hand, ready, and. Now A minor melodic, left hand, ready, and. Right hand, ready, and. Now we're moving on to the D minors, so we're starting with the D minor natural. Now we're starting with the D minor natural. Just had to reposition the camera there. So let's have a listen to D minor natural, left hand. Ready, and. Now right hand, ready, and. Now D minor harmonic, left hand, ready, and. Now right hand, ready, and. Now D minor melodic, ready, and. Now right hand, ready, and. What's over the page? Ooh, contrary motion, my favourite. Same speed. Ready, and. That's just so cute. All right, so here are now the arpeggios. Let's get this metronome mark. We're going to nudge it down just a teeny tiny bit. 58, doop doop, there we go. Still have quavers. Tiny bit slower, that's all. And we will do my little tradition of left hand first. Hands separately, and it's just one octave. So G major, arpeggio, left hand. Ready, and. And right hand. Ready, and. And now left hand for A minor, ready, and. And the right hand, ready, and. So well done on playing through all of those. That would have taken a lot longer than you really would need to, because I played all of these minors. If you're just playing the minor that you need to play, then you will whiz through those in a much shorter space of time. And for my students, we would have been playing G major and F major, all of these scales hands together as well. We would have explored all of these minors, and you'll be playing arpeggios hands together, probably 2 octaves as well. All right, so we'll just be pushing ourselves that little bit more. Notice how on the page they look really lovely. They sweep up to the top and back down. The same with these scales, sweeping up to the top and back down. So don't think of it as boom, 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 down, down, down on each individual note. It's a beautiful melodic line taking you up to the top and cascading back down. Think of the lovely phrase as you move through these, all legato for now, which is smoothly. This is the minimum speed. If you want to take it a bit quicker and it's still really secure with an even tone, then you go for it. And gradually we increase the speed on these. So there you go. That would be your grade 1 scales. Well done and good luck. Enjoy them.